So ever since President Trump won the election, even before he was sworn in, we've had the left talking about impeachment, impeachment, impeachment. I was going to declare today to be an impeachment-free zone, and it pretty much is. We're not really going to impeachment today because you got to talk about other things going on in life. But Congress has now, since the House Judiciary Committee has issued the articles of impeachment, they're apparently going to vote tomorrow in the committee and next week on the floor. There has been a willingness of the Democrats in Congress to say, okay, maybe we'll look at just one thing. We'll look at this trade deal. It's called the USMCA, United States, Mexico, and Canada Agreement. It's a new trade deal to replace NAFTA. Congress is now finally saying they'll take it up. They did some negotiating. And so end up, with labor unions and made some changes. But the bottom line is the Democrats are finally trying to show America that they're not the complete do-nothing Congress. So they're willing to go forward on the USMCA, apparently before Christmas, to pass it, to show that, hey, we're acting in good faith. We're actually doing something. That means this will go over to the Senate, the U.S. Senate next. Once the House approves, it goes to the Senate. The Senate is where it may end up actually in some trouble. First of all, in the Senate, Republicans still have majority. We'll see how long they can hold on to that, since they seem to not be doing a great job of defending President Trump. But right now, the Senate has Republican majority, and they had statements out by Mitch McConnell, who is the majority leader in the Senate. And he has said basically, well, we can't even get to this trade deal until after Christmas. We can't get to impeachment until after Christmas. We got to put all this off to the new year. So the whole nation has to have this impeachment cloud over the holidays because they can't start until the new year. And Christmas is close. I would certainly concede that. Many rumors are floating around that there's actually some horse trading going on behind the scenes. McConnell is somehow trying to get some favors or things he wants in the trade deals Trump is doing. And so he's potentially going to straddle or decide the impeachment trial and the trade deal, which I know is only USMCA, Mexico and Canada, but other trade deals Trump is working on. There's kind of a sense that McConnell sees this as a potential horse trading opportunity. On the other hand, Senator Lindsey Graham had said he would like to say no trial at all in the Senate. If the House really votes to impeach, when it moves over to the Senate for the trial, Lindsey Graham saying, hey, let's just have the vote that we don't, the Democrats don't have 2/3 to remove him. Forget about the trial. This is the coward's way out. This is a guy who doesn't want to deal with the hard questions. So I think what will happen in the new year, they'll have to get to the impeachment trial. I think the Senate ought to be able to pass the USMCA in 30 seconds and move on. But if they don't, if they hold up agreeing to the USMCA and verifying once the House has agreed to it, and then we're going to do the impeachment and they drag it all out, you got to start to wonder more and more if there's some horse trading going on behind the scenes with McConnell having, holding pretty much all the power. Literally, the Senate, assuming the House votes to impeach the president, the Senate holds the power, remove or not, holds the power to decide what kind of a trial to have for the impeachment, what kind of witnesses to permit, what is the scope of the witnesses that's going to be permitted. There is a whole host of issues over which McConnell holds complete power. He has never been a friendly supporter of President Trump. He has been good in getting judges appointed, but not a friendly supporter of President Trump. So I'm going to close out the show today and turn to the Why It Matters to by saying we need to keep a close eye on the Senate, because I think there are going to be a lot of discussions over the holidays when we're all home enjoying our families and Christmas and New Year's. A lot of discussions going on in Washington about how much they can get out of the president in order to conduct a Senate trial, an abbreviated trial, whatever kind of trial. They conduct a trial that gets the senators what they really want as concessions from President Trump. I do not have personal authority from anyone or personal information directly from anyone in the Senate to say this. I just think that's what's happening behind the scenes, having watched these guys for a long time.